Well begun is half done is what some may think of the UN Security Council's stronger than ever resolution against North Korea, as well as other unilateral measures. But Seoul's ambassador to the U.S. says just as important as gaining international approval for those sanctions or even more crucial, in fact, is carrying out those measures. Our foreign affairs correspondent, Kwon So-ah.
South Korea's top envoy to the U.S., An Ho-young, spoke highly of the bilateral cooperation between Seoul and Washington in bringing about multilateral and unilateral sanctions on North Korea for its nuclear test and missile launch earlier this year, but stressed that nothing is complete unless you put it in final shape. His remark comes in regards to the implementation of the sanctions during a meeting with reporters at Seoul's foreign ministry on Wednesday.
No matter how powerful and effective the UN Security Council sanctions are, the process of implementing them is much more important than the passing of a resolution or a law. As that process is still remaining, we will devote ourselves into further South Korea-US cooperation.
The ambassador also mentioned that it's the strong alliance between South Korea and the U.S. that has resulted in the overwhelming approval of U.S. lawmakers in passing independent U.S. sanctions on Pyongyang. As to the implementation of UN Security Council sanctions, Chinese ambassador to South Korea Chiu Kuo-hong vowed Beijing will, quote, strictly and seriously implement the new sanctions. During a lecture he held in Seoul Wednesday, Ambassador Chiu stressed that Pyongyang went against existing UN resolutions, which is why it should pay the price for its behavior, and that's why China took responsibility in putting together the new set of sanctions. On that front, the U.S. is currently working hard with China too, according to the head of the U.S. Treasury, Jack Lew, earlier this week, saying Beijing's support of the tough sanctions was very significant. Kwon So-ah, Arirang News.